You guys, you tone snobs, you spend all your time on Facebook groups and forums championing analog distortion pedals being better than the digital counterparts you find in modern modelers. So today we're going to shoot them out in a blind test to see once and for all if analog drive pedals are really better than their digital counterparts. Let's go. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like this sort of content, please go and hit the subscribe button. Go do it anyway. It is a small channel and I'm, throwing out videos for fun once a week. So if you get any enjoyment out of this sort of content, do us a favor and go and smash that like button harder than you'd smash a bowl of pasta. You carb-loving fucking legends.
It ain't about the pasta.
Righto, enough of that rambling bullshit. We're going to have a look at the ProCo RAT today. I don't have a ProCo RAT, so it's going to be hard to shoot it up. But what I do have is a TC Magus Pro. It is a clone of a RAT, but it's also got the Fat RAT, Classic RAT, Turbo RAT built into one nifty little unit. Sounds great. We're going to just use the classic mode today. We're not fucking around with any of the, the offshoots. And what we're going to pit it up against is, from the old school, you've seen this bitch on the fucking thing a few times, Big Bertha, versus one of the newbies on the scene at the moment, Hotone Ampero Stomp 2. So we're going to go in blind with this one. We're raw dogging it. I'm not going to tell you which one is which until the very end. So go and drop down to those little comments and let me know which one you think is a pedal, but also let me know which one you think sounds best. Doesn't have to be the pedal if you don't think it is. Let's put aside our cork sniffing fucking tone snob chasing bullshit for 1 minute and you just tell me which one you think sounds best. Okay?
Yup.
Let's go. So before we go any further, the rig today is going to be a Gibson SG going into the pedals, going into a IK Multimedia Tone X1 using an orange OR20 clean pedal platform. Show you what the clean sounds are in the video as well, and then go straight into the DAW. So I'm not going to do any post-processing. There's going to be absolutely zero EQ. The only thing I might do is if the levels on the clips are a little bit different from each other, I might just level match them so they sound consistent. But apart from that, that is all the magic that's going on. What are Legends? A little RAT clone versus a bunch of digital emulations of a ProCo RAT. What do we think? For me, clear winner, but not by as much as what I thought it was going to win by. And surprisingly, I think the RAT sounds in the M13 are better than the Ampero, which is weird though, because the M13 gets slated to fuck for having the worst drive tones in the universe. The Ampero's not horrible. It's just, I don't know, it just breaks up in a weird way and gets fuzzier quicker than what the M13 and what this thing does. Again, it's not a real RAT, but I've played through real RATs and this thing gets pretty damn close, and that's why I ended up buying this instead of the ProCo one, because it's smaller and it fits on the board better. But anyway, like I said, go leave a comment. Let me know what you think. So the next two pedals in this little setup that I'm going to do are a big muff and a tube screamer. So moving on from that, I'm going to actually use pedals that I personally own or own a clone of, but they don't necessarily need to be in both of these units. So what I'll do is, if they're in only one of them, probably Ampero because it's got more drives in it, I will find the equivalent on the Tonex and then use the Tonex as a distortion overdrive fuzz box and compare that to the real life one as well, just so we've got a bit of a breadth of different products that we're testing out against each other to see, really, is analog the king? All right. Anyway, enough out of me. I'm going. See you guys later on. Take care. Bye.